What up and welcome. NBA Finals are upon us. We've got the first 3 games in this exciting, exhilarating, maybe not quite historic, but all the same fantastic NBA Finals. Chicago Bulls, the Young Bucks, into the NBA Finals going up against the old guard of the Golden State Warriors. Recaps of Game 1 and 2 and a full, dramatic Game 3 coming up. Let's do it! All right, let's start with Game 1. It's a 110-109 Chicago victory. Great night from Dakota Motley. 38, 10, and 10. Javon Stokes struggles. 5 of 18. Does finish with a double-double, but the Warriors squander a big one. Deontay Dixon fouls out in the fourth quarter. They have 3 stars scoring 20-plus points. Just the 5th time this postseason that has happened. They were 3-1. They're now 3-2, and Chicago takes the 1-0 advantage. Game 2, Chicago responds again. Javon Stokes, much better. 34 points, 11 of 16. Tough night from Dakota Motley. 11 points, does get the double-double with 11 assists. But it's this time Javon Roll who fouls out. 24 minutes, Roll ends the game with 6 points. So the 32, the big number from Deontay Dixon, not enough. Which sets us up for Game 3. 2-0 series lead for Chicago in the Bay.
Game 3 of the NBA Finals. The Warriors, with a Game 3 opportunity to dig themselves out of a 2-0 hole. They will need to bring all they can muster against the Bulls. This is the NBA Playoffs, and it's up next.
Game 3, Golden State staring down a 2-0 series deficit against the number 1 team in the entire NBA. It's been a good series for Chicago. It's been an up and down performance from both of their stars. That man right there, Javon Stokes, and of course, their other star, Dakota Motley. The Warriors have not been able to finish either of Game 1 and 2 with their stars on the floor. It was Game 1, Dixon fouling out. In Game 2, it was Javon Roll fouling out. Can they avoid that? Play a full 48 here at home in Game 3. Let's get to the opening scoring. Deontay Dixon kicking it over, finding Jonathan Kuminga, who's going to get the very exciting free throws to start us off in the scoring, but he only gets one of them, so it's 1-0 Golden State. Chicago trying to get on the board for themselves. How about Nico Ramjak going to the paint? He's going to the line, doesn't get that to go, but it's a 2-1 lead. Later on in these opening 2 minutes, Caden Dickerson buries the corner triple. That's something that the Golden State Warriors are going to need. Out of Dickerson, out of Lynn Gardner, out of Russell Kingston. Kingston can't get the defensive board. It's Cavante Kennard taking care of business. Talked about Caden Dickerson. How about back-to-back bangers? Back-to-back threes there from Dickerson. He's got 6 early on. Kennard, though, will answer as he tries to get the Bulls rolling. Javon Stokes has been, when guarded by Javon Roll, unstoppable. He gets 2 there to go. Roll, next time down by 1. That's a man is very tough to stay in front. Deontay Dixon gets 2, and the Warriors are on top by 3. Short-lived corner 3 for the Bulls answers. Here comes Motley. He'll go into the paint. Can't get that to go. And why are we showing you this? Because on the board, a little bit of contact. The Warriors try to get some points. They're going to come up empty. But let's take another look at this one. Here's Motley. He's driving on Roll. Ball goes off. And then it's a push-off there from Javon Roll right here, and that's going to be bruised ribs. It'll sideline him for some of this Game 3, and we'll see just how much that will impact him on the other side of the break. Not in here to start this one as he's getting evaluated. Here comes Stokes. Says, I got to take over, so let me try to find some activity. Nico Ramjak, though, says, or I could do it. Bumping and banging inside the paint. Caden Dickerson on him. Easy 2 points, and the Bulls on top by 3. The Warriors need some bench support. Jalen House says, I can do that too. Buries a triple from the corner. The Warriors back on top by 1. Next time down, Javon Roll rattles home a triple of his own, and Golden State leads by 4. Nico Ramjak playing the role of second star, getting to the paint, getting to the line, finishes the three-point play this time. Here comes Javon Roll, though. When he is not guarded by the Javon Stokes, he can get rolling. But take a look at this. What does it mean for Lynn Gardner? Moving to the corner allows Cavante Kennard to open up that space. That's something that the Golden State Warriors are going to need to do plenty of because Kennard has been impactful. Tough up and under there from Caden Dickerson. Here's Dixon on the next time down. 3 goes halfway down and out. Would have pushed it to 8. He has been very bad from deep in this series, and that leads to an easy transition dunk from Cavante Kennard. 3-point game, under 2 to go in the first quarter. Finally, a 3-pointer falls there from Dixon. Gives the shrug, kind of almost more like a, why is this not working for me at all? Dele Bagley back cut finds his way. That's a possession and a play that we've seen the Warriors use quite a bit in this series. A little back cut action. Here's Rowan Jamison burying a triple, and the back and forth game continues as we head to quarter number 2. 26-23, Golden State on top. Inside, it's Kuminga trying to find some type of space, finding Javon Roll inside, and a tough basket on Javon Stokes. The Javon war in full effect. Nico Ramjak, though, continuing to get to the paint, drawing fouls and getting buckets. Inside the Warriors go. Jonathan Kuminga, the one-handed slam, and Golden State leads by 6. Ramjak, kick out. Aaron Larson, the second-year pro, bottoms a triple, and the Bulls aren't going anywhere. Turnover on the next possession. Javon Stokes in transition, up and in, and Chicago, again, just not letting neither team able to build much of a lead. Warriors inside they go. We saw that possession, or that play, a couple possessions ago with Bagley, trying to free up Javon Roll on the back cuts. Stokes is a great perimeter defender, not a great interior defender. Lynn Gardner gets 2 to go there, and it's a 6-point game. Same score, 38-31. Who else but Nico Ramjak getting it done? He has been a force in the paint as he gets to go, and Javon Stokes gets a poster to go to make this a 4-point game. Dixon, step back, bucket late in the shot clock, gets it to make it 6. Stokes, though, with the quick answer, coming down through the traffic, through the good defense of Deontay Dixon, gets 2. Warriors have loved this action. Jonathan Kuminga has loved that action, the alley-oop, and the lead ballooning here to 8. Motley trying to answer, gets that to go. Dickerson has a tough task ahead of him. Here comes Dixon. Motley back in, playing through that bruised rib that he suffered from the push-off from Javon Roll, although I question the calcium that man has, if that's the type of damage that a push-off from a guy like Javon Roll can do, but he triple buried, and it's a 6-point game. Here's Stokes inside on Dickerson. Warriors, we've talked about this, do not have a point of attack defender. They could sure use one, as Dakota Motley cut it for a split second to a 1-point game. We're back up to 4. Here comes Stokes, powering in, little floater over top of Dixon, and that's our halftime score, 53-49. So Golden State balloons the lead by 1 as we start the second half. Opening possession, turnover, transition, bucket for Kuminga, and it's a 4-point game. Golden State needing a win. Javon Roll saying, I can help you out. Step back triple. He needs to get rolling. He gets a big bucket there. Good find, though, inside by Ramjak to find it. Pick and roll partner there in Cavante Kennard. Get a look at the AT&T slam cam. 58-57 early on here in the third. The alley-oops, though, can go both ways, even if the Kennard one was not one. So let's get the slam cam look at this one. Deontay Dixon rising and firing. Javon Roll feeding him beautifully. And Golden State and the Chicago Bulls continue to go blow for blow. Nico Ramjak in love with that pick and roll, that bounce pass. This one finds us all the way around to Cavante Kennard. He gets 2 to go. And the Bulls then with an opportunity to take the lead. Javon Stokes. This one getting a little dicey. Why are we showing you that? Because that would be a foul that would send Deontay Dixon to the bench with his 4th. 63-62, and Golden State does not have Dixon. That's okay, they've got that man. Javon Roll, 2 points, and the Bulls trail by 1. So when Dixon leaves, the Warriors were trailing by 1 after the free throws. Golden State now trying to find their way to be productive without him on the floor. Kuminga driving, misses the first, gets the second. You saw the type of action that they tried to go to. That backdoor cut from Javon Roll worked the possession before. Doesn't work that time. That defense also doesn't work. Cavante Kennard burying a triple, and the Bulls back on top by 1. Lynn Garner says, I'm feeling spicy, baby. Buries the top of the corner, the top of the arc 3, and it's a 2-point Warriors lead. Here comes Javon Roll, the dangerous Euro step inside. Brief 3-point lead. We're back down to 1. Here's Lynn Garner to push it up to 3. And Golden State is not only surviving, but they've managed to flip what was a 1-point deficit down to a 1-point lead after that powerful Javon Stokes slam. Dixon still not in. Kuminga says, I'm still a big forward that knows how to get things done. Drives to the paint, back to 3. Stokes, step back triple, blocked by Garner. Late shot clock. Chapman, the circus shot goes, and the lead stays at 1. So Chicago had a chance to pull this thing open with no Dixon. The Warriors have instead found a way to make this thing competitive and in a lead. Aaron Larson, the offensive board, and we're tied up at 76. Here's Kuminga, final shot of the third quarter. Can the Warriors do it? They can. They will take what was a 1-point deficit with Dixon on the bench into a 2-point lead to start the fourth. Niko Ramjak stepping in here. Dixon back on the floor playing with those 4 fouls. He will have to stay out of foul trouble. That's one way to do it. Finding Javon Roll. Again, that backdoor cut action has really worked for the Warriors. Jamison freed up. 3-point game here for the Bulls with 10 and change to go. Jamison ties it up. Big triple there for the backup point guard. Here comes Javon Roll, trying to find some space. Jonathan Kuminga, the back cut, taken out of the air, though, by Cavante Kennard. And then who else? Niko Ramjak, who has been fantastic here in Game 3. Kuminga couldn't get the last bucket to go. Gets this one, and the Warriors take the 91-88 lead. 8 minutes to go. Javon Roll trying to free up. Triple, deep, gets it, and it's a 6-point lead. The Warriors threatening to pull away in the fourth. Dakota Motley says, hold that thought. Cavante Kennard picking up the dirt. Niko Ramjak has been fantastic in this one. He's going to continue that hot streak, burying a triple, and the Bulls staying close. The pick and roll, no answer for Cavante Kennard. Old school 3-point play. We're tied at 96. Here's Javon Roll. Pull up, jumper, over Kennard. Gets it to go. Next possession, same exact action. Kennard pulls up to him. Javon Roll says, I don't care. 2 more. 4-point lead. Warriors on top. Inside they go. Kennard, difficult man to slow down, keeping this thing close. Again, what do we say? Back cut works. The Warriors doing that action. 102-98. 4 minutes to go. 4-point lead. Roll loses Chapman. Easy slam, and the Bulls will not let this Warriors team, who is desperate for a win, get back. Here's Dakota Motley with a slam. And we better lock in because it's 2 minutes and change, and it's a 2-point lead, making a tie ball game because of Javon Stokes. The Warriors trying to find an answer. How will they do it? A little double screen up top, but an illegal screen from Jonathan Kuminga. Hands the ball back to the Bulls with under 2 to go and a chance to take the lead. Ball in the hands of a hot man. Get it to a man that knows how to shoot a 3. Motley can't do it there. 104 apiece. 90 seconds to go. Here's Dixon on the injured Motley. Tough bucket and the harm. 106 going to the line to make it 107. Will he do it? Sure he will. 3-point game. Bulls sensing this thing could be coming to an end. Who do they go to? Niko Ramjak to Cavante Kennard. Over top, we're good. Under a minute to go. Dubs need a bucket. Javon Roll, pull up over top of Kennard. Won't fall. And the Bulls got a chance now to take the lead with 40 seconds to go. Javon Stokes, pull up of his own. Won't go. Can the Warriors bleed the clock? 30 seconds. It's Dixon on Motley driving. Good defense. No foul. No board. Bulls can push. Can try to take the lead. In transition, who else but Niko Ramjak, and the Bulls have suddenly taken a 108-107 win. 20 seconds to go. Warriors have a timeout to use. Will they? No. They have gone to this back cut action all game long. Under 10 seconds. Will they go to it again? The down screen for Kuminga. To Kuminga. Back to Roll. Time ticking down. Pull up triple for the win! You betcha! Golden State gets a dramatic win. We got to take another look at this unbelievable hang-on-the-rim buzzer beater. Javon Roll says, Kawhi Leonard, let me do you one better. The pull-up, the buzzer sounds. It looks like it's falling off. But the Bay goes nuts. And the Golden State Warriors got themselves a 110-108 win, and they are not dead yet in this here NBA Finals 2-1 game. We're wrapped. One more look. I mean, this is the pull-up buzzer going off here. Kawhi Leonard in 2019, move over. Javon Roll dumps one in. Above 40% from deep. This was a game in which they looked like they were dead to rights, thanks to Nico Ramjak, who had 30 points, filling in for an injured and unproductive Dakota Motley, who ends with 3 of 14 shooting. 30 points as well from Javon Stokes. But Golden State has hope with a 110-108 win.